Over the last 2 years, a quiet shift has been taking place in China's ultra-rich class. Old money is fading out, and new money is storming in. And it's happening faster than anyone could have anticipated. Here's what's going on right now. DeepSeek is closing a massive funding round of over $7 billion, blowing past every previous record for a single AI financing round in China. Its founder, Liang Wenfeng, barely over 40, is putting $3 billion of his own cash into this single round. And before this even happened, his net worth was already estimated over $26 billion. But here's the thing, Liang is just the tip of the iceberg. Over the last year or two, a whole new wave of young entrepreneurs has been crashing China's exclusive billionaire circle, completely shifting the gravity of capital. If we study this new breed of multi-billionaires, they all share a strikingly similar profile. They're all very young, most in their 30s or 40s. They're all tech geeks graduated from top-tier universities. They came with no family wealth, no corporate backing, and no political connections. Their companies are barely a decade old. Some are even less than 3 years. And the defining factor? They are all in AI business. So how on earth are they stacking up billions at such a crazy speed? More importantly, what does this mean for ordinary people in China and the rest of the world? Let's dive in. The short answer is simple. The underlying math of making money in China has completely changed. Since the opening up in the 1980s, the money game in China has evolved through 3 distinct wealthy generations. Let's flash back to the first generation, starting in the 80s and 90s. This group was heavily concentrated in traditional sectors like manufacturing and real estate. Think of it as China's own Wild West era. The market has just opened up, there were massive blanket space everywhere. The first generation tycoons started from nothing. No elite education degree, no capital, no business experience. But they were very bold. They ran out into the wild, unclaimed the market, and capitalized on the early reform dividend to secure their very first fortunes. But here's the catch. These legacy industries has no tech moats. Winning was a game of brute force. You had to borrow a huge amount of money to build factories. Keep your labor cost as low as possible to squeeze the competitors out. And then work really hard for 20 to 30 years to get into the ultra-rich club. Then, right after the millennium, the internet titan took over. This was the golden age of tech and platform booms, led by household names like Alibaba and Tencent. In this era, the money-making logic evolved into a placid game of burn and conquer. Step 1. Raise a huge amount of venture capital. Step 2. Burn that cash through ridiculous subsidies just to buy user traffic and hijack everyone's screen time. Step 3. Wait until your competitors bleed to death, squeeze them entirely out of the market, and become the last monopoly standing. And step 4. Start squeezing merchants and consumers for profits. But if you look at the underlying math, the growth logic wasn't fundamentally different. You still had to burn billions in VC cash, refine your business model over a decade, and fight brutal survival wars to exchange sheer scale for premium valuation. It was still a gradual, step-by-step wealth machine. But over the last 2 years, AI completely crushed the party. We're now seeing a tiny team of just a few tech geeks building a core algorithm. Once that's locked in, the cost of replicating it to the entire world is literally near zero. It doesn't sleep, it doesn't ask for a raise, and it doesn't require building 1 million physical factories. One example is DeepSeek. It has been a global sensation for 2 years now. You would think they have a huge team of engineers. But the truth is that the company only has about 150 employees so far. Yet their latest valuation has already breached $45 billion. When a money printer is powered by automated code instead of human beings, wealth creation suddenly becomes exponential. This is how the third generation climbed to the top of the wealth pyramid, amassing in just 3 years the kind of fortune that took their predecessors 30. Now, you may ask, why would I care about these young Chinese billionaires making crazy money? Well, it's not just a Chinese story anymore. It's a clear snapshot of where the entire world is heading. For the past few decades, whether you're living in New York, London, or Shanghai, the wealth playbook was essentially the same. You either grind for decades in the corporate world, slowly climbing the career ladder to financial security, or you start a small business, painstakingly building a client base year by year until you make it big. But today, this traditional wealth gospel is collapsing in real time. Worse yet, the past tycoons built factories and platforms that created millions of jobs. But today's AI elite, their wealth is directly extracted by wiping off those old jobs. This leaves you and me the same question. As wealth is aggressively sucked into a handful of AI monopolies, what is the value of our education, hard work, skill set, and years of experience? Are we playing a game that no longer exists? More importantly, how are we going to survive? I don't have the answers, but I hope this video gets you thinking so you can start rewriting your own rules. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this, so please leave your comments below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Adrian Peng, and I will see you in the next one.